EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hunt, the ball carrier. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On the tackle. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay and give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
1st down, here's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position.
Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the point.
So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right...
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That one is caught by Hunt. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Bears will extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for
the Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky flushed out right. And he completes it to Hunt. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Bears 16, Broncos nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Exit. Go.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 26. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Now a handoff looking right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Less than a yard.
Hey, check my 50. Hey. Check my 50.
Here we go on 4th down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now it's the backup, Tannehill. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
First and 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Bears 23. Broncos nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Again, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check, 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 check. Check 24, check 24. Go! That's me.
Now Connor on the toss left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to try and go deep again. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the run. They're running.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finding his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Go. Come on. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
30, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 56, the Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
56, Mike, 56, right there. 56.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Brings up second.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Hey, watch the screen. Go. 56, the Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
And they run the option on 2nd down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Steve Raymond. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Samuel Aguavin in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Clock will try again on 2nd down. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
There's certainly a lot of quality receivers on this team, so he's no lock to make this squad. But the way he's got to do it, make every routine catch that comes his way, and mix in some of the big-time ones like the one we just saw there.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Locke's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
65. 55 is my guy, 55. Drum team spell. Watch twist. Watch twist. Ready.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Denver.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Locke off of play action. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Number 81. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
For Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Tannehill on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Ben Broniker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. From the left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
56, Mike, 56. Check pass, check pass. 56.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Samuel Aguavin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Clock now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A final shot before half for Locke. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete, Okuebunam. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw it is Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Here we go. Set. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Check. 55 to Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From midfield, here's Locke. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Able to find Switzer. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Clock now on first down. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Where the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Lock going to go on fourth down. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the 22, Tannehill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
At the 26.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. To throw again. Block. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Locke. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ryan Switzer, 26 yards. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
21.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Right there, 56. Oh, you got D?
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Samuel Aguavin bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Keep it up, keep it up. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm going back to you. Back to you.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. All right, 55.
Again, a run with Connor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The Broncos 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd and goal. Lock. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack by Robert Quinn.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Ryan Switzer ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And right side, they're going to go option here. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get them behind the line twice in a row. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
56 is the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Watch QB drop.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 44, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Ready?
Play action. It's Tannehill. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Play 56. Play 56.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as the Bears push further out in front.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to see what's said, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, wasn't Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, Tel Aviv. Distinctive destination.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's Locke. Steps away to his left. He'll get this one to Switzer. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down. Locke working out of the gun. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And the Broncos first down.
From the gun, Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Locke off of play action. And he'll get this underneath to Scott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, first down. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a first down, obviously, Charles. 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Bears 47, Broncos 30.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Denver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Number 86.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Operating from the gun. Locke. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
38.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts.
A 4-yard loss.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Lock to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now Lock. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Ryan Switzer.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
For the Bronco field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Ryan Switzer. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. his swits are complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. One final try for Locke. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.